505.
An enormous, spirited crowd showed up at the Supreme Court today for a potentially landmark case that could impact millions of public sector employees across the country. At issue, whether those government employees who object to a union's political activities can still be forced to pay fees to that union. The Illinois worker who decided to take this challenge all the way to the Supreme Court, Mark Janus, joins us live. Great to see you.
Great. Thank you for having me.
It was a wild day out there.
Yeah, it was wild.
What did that feel like? I mean, did you ever imagine when you took this on that you would end up at the U.S. Supreme Court and have a day like today?
Never. We were not sure, whether the court would even actually hear our case. Of course, we were thrilled when they did accept it. But to get this far, is quite an honor, for just an average guy.
I heard you say today, from the first time that you got your paycheck and that union fee was taken out, you never had to say yes or no about a choice about whether you wanted the union's representation.
And that's the crux of the whole argument here, is the fact that I don't have that freedom. It is mandated. Some people would say it's coerced. And the fact that, my right to say yes is just as important as my right to say no. And I never got that opportunity.
Well, Justice Sotomayor said this today during the argument. She said, "We have compelled people to pay bar association fees. Bar members can come out any day they want, say they don't take the same position on a policy question as the bar association." She went on to say any union member is free to get up publicly in any setting he or she wants to say they don't agree with the position the union is taking. So how do you respond to her?
Well, I think it's a bit different between the bar and a public sector union, because the public sector union, is a private third party, and that, I think, is the main difference right there.
Yeah, and we heard that from Justice Kennedy today. He said basically you shouldn't be forced, in his estimation, to subsidize the political speech of a private party. And
exactly.
Yet, is that what you feel like you're being forced to do now?
Most definitely, because an example I can give is in the Chicago area they tried to put in a soda tax, and AFSCME lobbied for that soda tax.
Your union?
Yeah, our union. And so why are they lobbying for a soda tax? What does that have to do with wages and benefits and health care, for its members? I don't understand that.
Well, the Attorney General, now your governor and your Attorney General in Illinois are on opposite sides of the case. I want to play a little bit of what the Attorney General had to say after the case today. She says it's not about what you're saying it's about. Here's what she says the case is about.
This case is not about impinging on anybody's First Amendment rights. The law already protects people's First Amendment rights. This is a case where there are a small group of very well-funded right-wing extremists that want to eliminate unions throughout this country.
She said the case is that this is about a small group of very well-funded right-wing extremists who want to eliminate unions across the country. She says it's not about your First Amendment rights.
Well, has her First Amendment rights been abridged? Mine have. I don't have the right of freedom of association, which is guaranteed by the Constitution and actually the Bill of Rights. And so therefore, how can she say that? My First Amendment rights have been abridged because I haven't been given the choice. And what I'm advocating here is not just for me. We have 22 states, including Illinois, that mandate these fees. And because they mandate these fees, we have to pay, whether we like it or not. If we don't pay, we lose our jobs.
And I know you said today you're not anti-union, but you're against this practice of forcing people to do this.
And I go back to a premise that I've always had, is that if unions do such a great job, and they have such a great product, wouldn't people flock to them and voluntarily want to pay? Which a lot of people do. But there is a group of us that disagree, and we don't want to pay.
And today you got your day in court. Now we wait a decision by June. Mark, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Good to see you.